This is the 2024 Roadrunner 800 meter and also a 4x200 meter time trial. We had some special visitors show up, Cooper Teare, Hocker, and Aidan Tooker. So we're grateful to see them working out and encouraging the athletes. Heat 1 for the 800 meter are some of our middle school and top athletes. And we'll go ahead and highlight as well their names and also their finish time. So you can see their first split as they go around. And we're going to watch just the first split as they come around. You can see Joey's doing a great job leading it out for the runners. They want to try to hit about 3 seconds faster on their first lap than their second lap. So this first group, they're trying to go through in about a 68 or so, and looks like they're really close to on pace here. And then we see Susan and Angie, our first two girls, followed by Clara and Mary coming up strong. You'll notice also, watch Brinley here. She's going to have a great last lap. And we have some other competitors coming through with some great first lap times. You can see their splits here for 1 lap versus their finish times. Alright, now here we go. We have our Michael coming through. He's in second there. Joey's leading out, followed by Joshua. And they're coming down the home stretch. Michael just returned from Nike Indoor Nationals in New York where he ran a 5:04 mile. And so he's going to try to go sub 2:20 here with a final push at the end with a very strong finish into 2:19. And Joshua with a lean at the end to 2:20. And here goes Angie with a monster kick, 2:26 with Susan with a 2:27, both personal bests. Charlie with a big personal best of 2:30. And here we have Coach Justin. Fantastic performance, followed by Levi with a great job, great finish there. Clara coming through as our third girl. Now watch Brinley here with a major surge at the end, followed by Mary really holding on well with a very fast, blistering first lap. There goes Micah with a 2:54, Sandra with a 2:56, Ruby and Brady and Garrett all under 3 flat. And we can see Weston and Alana and Julia as well with very strong finishes. And here comes Joshua coming up for his 800 meter 2:17. And we've got Gabby as well. Great finish for Gabby. And a strong finish for Nikel, just finishing up in a 3:25. Now, let's give a highlight. We had Michael with a 2:19, started really well. You could see him taking out the lead with Joey, Coach Joey pacing the 2, Joshua and Michael. And you can see Joshua there at the finish line as well with a very big lean to get under 2:21. There we have Charlie, our third boy, coming in for a strong 2:30 finish, 5-minute mile pace. Now from our girls' side, we had Angie. Angie started off just a little bit behind Susan. Great pacing by Angie. You can see her here at the first lap, the finish, and then Susan as well. Susan came through in a 72 second, just a little bit ahead of Angie. And there we have Clara, our third place finish girl with a 2:45. And also Brinley, there you can see her on the first lap, then a finish with a 2:51. And finally Mary coming in next with a 2:52. Alright, now on to our next race up for heat number 2 for the 800 meter. These are the up-and-coming superstar athletes, and excited to see them race today. Here they go, everybody up to the starting line, and there goes the start. Now Calvin got here just a little bit late, jumped into this heat, so Joey's going to go and pace Calvin through a very fast first lap, right around 1:22 for the first lap. And you can see he finishes at 2:41, so sped up a little bit that second lap. The other one that had just a fantastic race, well, especially Elle, breakthrough race for her today. And you can see some of these other athletes coming through. Martzi with a fun kick right there at the end of the first lap, and he had a great finish as well. See Isaac and many of these other young runners. You can see Eleanor giving a high five to her mom as she goes by, and Johnny running with his dad. Alright, so great finish by these athletes. This is the first lap, and they're pacing themselves really well. David coming through, and here comes Aidan. Aidan with a great 4:44 for his finish, and you can see his first lap is a 2:22, so he got almost perfect pacing between the first lap and the second lap. And then here comes Calvin, just lapping up Steven right there, who's still working on his first lap, but doing great. And Calvin coming through with a strong finish. Calvin also plays Ultimate Frisbee, so he's one of our multi-sport athletes. Here comes Steven. Everybody loves Steven, how hard he tries and just puts his heart into these races. See him give some high fives at the finish line. Now here we see Angie and Clara and Brady helping out Elle. So they just decided to run this last lap with Elle. And there she goes for a very strong 3:13 at the finish. And Helen coming on strong with a 3:16. And there we see another 3:17 by Rebecca, and Marvin with a 3:24. Now here we go, we're finishing out this second heat. We've got Isaac coming up. So you can see the box around the athletes. That is just identifying their bib, puts their name and time right above them, and is also doing some form analysis as well. There we see Marcy with a strong finish in 3:46. And there's Eleanor. She has a 3:54, just gets under 4 minutes. Now here comes Kinsey and Benji. Both of them, great finish, big personal best for both of those runners. And high fives all around for the great performances today. Here comes Johnny trying to beat his dad. He just ran a 2:37. Johnny holds him off at the end. Great job, Johnny. Alright, here comes Jaren. Now look at this kick. He turns it into hyper mode and sprints to the finish with a 4:32, I think that was. 4:38? Okay, it's 4:37. It looks like my timer's off a little bit here. Alright, and there goes Aidan, 4:44. So trust the time above them. The timer, I think, is just a little bit off on the timing. Alright, and here we go. We've got Steven coming into the finish as well. Look at the team rallying around him. If you had a mascot for the team, Steven would be it. Everybody loves Steven. He works really hard, always tries to finish the race. Now we're on to the 4x200 meter. There are going to be 9 teams. We ran out of batons, so a couple of them are going to use water bottles for the batons. We're going to do the 4-turn stagger, the very longest one. So it looks like on the very first leg, you're almost done with that first 100 meter if you're in lane 8. Alright, great handoffs. And here go the teams. There goes a water bottle for the handoff. Aidan with the no look. Mikkel does a great job putting the baton there, and they're off. And there goes Johnny. Now here's the finish. Angie with the first place, and Charlie second. You can see Joshua driving hard for the third, and Levi coming in for the 4th place finish. there comes Marvin. This one we had all the runners, if based on their bib number, the last number of their bib number, that determined which lane they were in and which team they were on. So it's mixed between some of the younger kids and the older kids on this 4x200 meter. Relays are just such a fun event for these athletes. These young athletes have been working hard. We're excited for the 2024 track season, especially with an Olympic year coming up. We're excited to see the Olympics and be inspired by the athletes, especially with these young athletes who are just beginning the journey. A little bit about Roadrunners. Roadrunner Club meets Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday at 3:05 p.m. until 4:30 p.m. And here's just a little bit about the Roadrunner Club, and the website is just roadrunners.club. Got a great team and some great athletes. We compete locally but also nationally. And we'll be competing this season in track races with local schools and also rec leagues. And here you can see the track schedule for this year and some of the meets that are coming up. All right, so glad to have athletes join. They can come to Sertoma Park Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to be able to join Roadrunner Club and share in some of the fun events like this time trial.